Did Rick arrive?
Yeah. Rick Shapiro? Yeah,
Shapiro's here.
Bring in Rick right now before I slap somebody's cheekbone.
Wow.
Rick Shapiro
from boss.
Cheekbone.
From Lucky Louie.
Yes.
Rick Shapiro.
Yep. Rick every once in a while.
I'm sure you're glad we mentioned Lucky Louie, huh?
Oh,
Yeah, they're playing it on HBO. One of
Yeah,
the
it's on
HBOs they're
HBO
playing.
comedy a lot right now.
That's what I don't understand. If the show
They're still reaping the benefits
sucked or whatever, why are they rerunning it?
Because it's got shitloads of fans.
Yeah, that's got to drive you nuts. Because
everywhere I go,
HBO didn't like. I don't know. They didn't want the show anymore. Then why?
You'd play something else during that.
Yeah, because the ratings went up every week, so they know it had value. They just didn't want to associate themselves with it.
It's just, you know.
Shut up, bitch.
They're just liars.
How you doing, man?
Rick Shapiro.
How you been?
I remember you.
Yeah.
What's up, brother? I like the IHOP hat.
Yeah, hey, how you doing?
Hey,
how you doing?
Oh, how do you not recognize me? Am I that fat now?
No, you just have headphones on.
That's what it
got
is.
headphones on. He's unrecognizable with those headphones.
I could fight crime with these headphones on and work with you at a newspaper during the day.
Yeah, and then you take them off. Yeah, you're fine. You put them on.
Mm-hmm.
No one recognizes you. That's now you. Who are you? Oh, because you have headphones on. I don't know who the fuck
I
you
don't know
are.
who you are.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, you guys
Say
kind of
I'm
look
you?
like... Yeah, they look like they could be
do. They
brothers.
could be my
They
brother.
do.
It's a little creepy.
Rick has a twin brother, you know.
Does he?
Yeah, that's
Maybe
the amazing thing about Rick is the weirdest guy I've ever known, and there's two of him. It's actually he has an
could you
exact
say
identical.
that?
He has an identical twin.
And
brother.
are they the same?
Well, his brother's a little more filled out, like he's muscular, and he'll wear like a camel hair coat.
Yeah,
Where
right.
Rick will find, Rick will wear something he found in the garbage, and his brother will wear a camel hair
You
coat.
can find shirts hanging off a fence. It's easy.
Yeah.
Easy to get some shirts.
Yeah. Why go to a store?
That's awesome.
That is really funny. We had Pedro in here, and he has a twin brother from Napoleon Dynamite, obviously.
yeah.
And they fuck around. Like, the twin will do interviews.
Oh, really?
And he's not even in the business.
That's great.
But they're like, because they know it's the same old crap, so Pedro sends his brother.
Right.
Yeah,
He knows
well,
what to
Rick,
say.
no one knows the difference.
Rick, and you'll correct me if I'm saying this wrong, but he had every comedian's worst nightmare. I mean, a nightmare you wouldn't even imagine, that his twin identical brother started doing stand-up and doing his act.
Yeah.
And he was actually a little more kind of level-headed, so people were like, hey, whoa, Rob, he's a little easier to deal with.
If only he came along earlier, I would have had a better career.
Yeah, he started doing
They would have said, you're so coherent.
Yes.
You're so calm.
You guys used to do shows together too, man.
And then they did a show together, and it was brilliant.
Yeah.
You guys did sketches that were really good together.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah.
We played two great old ladies. But he was always eating during a sketch. That's all he knew to do, because he couldn't stop. He had an eating thing, so he'd bring in a whole cake and be eating during a sketch.
Hey, Eric, it sounds like you're in the future in acting.
We're going to weigh E-Rock on Thursday, see if he won that Dr. Ian Smith bit, by the way. All right. Anyway.
Everyone's really excited about
Can I
that.
ask you a question?
What?
Since I'm learning how to be organized in business, are we on the air?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
This all goes on the air.
Yeah, you're talking in front of a microphone. You got headphones on.
That
usually
is
a good sign.
one of the most asked questions on this show.
Sure.
Because people just like, this can't possibly be going
is a
out
program?
as entertainment.
And we don't know if it's a compliment or not.
Yeah, because we like
not
to
really
think
sure, 'cause
we like to think we're very conversational and very natural
Well, no,
as a
it's
radio
better.
show.
Yeah.
But
No,
sometimes
it's
it's
nice.
like we think people thinking this can't possibly be an entertainment.
No, the
that
worst
people-
thing though is when you do, because I do radio on the road all the time when I do stand up, and you'll be talking to a guy and he's like a regular guy.
Yeah,
and he's like, hey, great to have you in town. Oh, we're coming on. Hey, I got Louis C.K. here.
Louis
So, what's up with funny stuff?
I'm Tracy Frecklebreast, and we're here with someone who's doing a show tonight.
Looks like you guys have been on the road a little too much.
I'm Tracy Dried Up Face Frecklebreast. Don't they always have those Midwestern dried up faces, like they're athletic, but their faces are shriveled up?
We hear this time and time again from you guys, because you do the road thing.
Radio
and they
guys.
act like human beings, and then the mics go on,
Yeah.
and it's just like,
Weird.
They're fucking phony laughs.
Oh, God.
Well, with me, they go,
Yeah.
No funny laugh.
They don't know what to think of you, right?
Right, because they don't understand. There's fajitas and then there's fist fucking. I don't know the gray area. Is this
That should be the
XM?
name of a CD.
Yeah, fine.
You kept carte
I'm
blanche.
glad you asked after the line, by the way. Thanks, Rick. Thanks for being organized.
Yeah. Fist fucking. Oh, is this?
Will that make it through?
That's
That's
gonna
FCC, isn't
You
it?
guys are on XM Kids, right?
Yeah.
That's going to be a tired reference anyway.
What's that?
No.
Fajitas and fist fucking?
No, that's like...
No.
And fist fucking, they go like, fist fucking.
Who goes like that?
Yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
They go like that, like
No,
it's some
now
establishment
that it's
thing.
okay, now that it's kind of okay.
Where is it okay?
Well, the white bread guys, years ago, they went right to finger banging. Like, so I was
Okay.
finger banging my girlfriend. I'm taking a risk now, finger banging. And now it's like, you guys aren't into fist fucking? No, I guess fist fucking isn't okay yet. You're right.
Oh, fish.
It's not part of the norm.
Well, it's not
Why
like...
was I thinking jerking off? Like,
Was that what you think fist fucking?
no. The
That's
first
what you
thing
wanna
that came
do
to
when
my
somebody's
head
fist fucking you.
was,
Well,
yeah,
I
of
feel
course,
bad for
you gotta
you.
jerk off. I wasn't thinking about fisting, because fist fucking is just called fisting. So I would
Yeah.
think fisting, all right. But fist fucking is like, especially when you come from fajita or fist
It's
fucking.
more of a
Yeah.
work ethic with fist fucking. You gotta do the
Yeah.
thing like that.
I must say, I have never
Who told us
even
the fisting
seen
story?
it live
One of you
or
guys...
been involved in a
Who?
fisting.
No, me neither.
Huh?
Stanhope.
Stanhope told us the fisting story.
Yes.
Yeah. He used to get with a gal
Yeah.
in Florida, was
Lovely
it?
young lady.
Every time he came through Florida, he had a gal that wanted some fisting done.
I never fisted a chick. I got 4 fingers in one time, and I couldn't get the thumb in. Cause she
It's
was
like trying to get out of cuffs. There's a point where you're going,
Yeah.
I think I could do this.
Yeah, if I
but
could
then it
dislocate
hits
my
that
thumb.
one bone and goes, nope, I'm in this for good.
I just felt
She's going to
silly.
need an episiotomy for me to fist her.
I fanned my fingers out a little bit. Like, how's that? I can't get the thumb in.
Trying to stretch it.
Just felt creepy.
It's weird. You got to work around the plumbing too. You got to go in and then you hit a
Yeah,
little
this little
pipe.
turn.
and you
There's
gotta-
a turn.
You got to do a turn.
Yeah.
There's this stretching action that takes place
Yeah.
that you feel that the woman must go through when they give childbirth.
Well, that's what they
Like
get an
this
episiotomy for. They
movement.
usually get a little cut right there.
I'm talking
So it
like
slides
pelvic
out.
bone movement.
Oh, yeah.
You
Yeah.
feel like some hard stuff moving aside.
Yeah. Well, that's what fisting a pregnant woman is a lot easier. But then you're punching the kid in the head, and then you're.
Yeah.
And there's definitely a soft spot when they're still in there.
Oh, totally.
The whole baby's a
It's
soft
awesome.
spot.
It's awesome.
It's
But
awesome.
then the baby comes out tough and defiant.
That's right.
It's like, yeah, I took it, man. I took it.
That's right.
Well, you don't want the baby, so you're trying to do what she lacks the moral courage to do.
That's right. And please her at the same time.
So, Rick, you playing Stress Factory? Is that the deal?
No, I'm
I wanna-
doing, I don't know what I'm doing.
He's got it written down, though.
You got it. Do you have something to plug there?
Where'd you hear? Did you hear Stress Factory?
I don't know.
I'm doing.
To be honest with you. Where?
I'm at Laugh Factory tonight, and then I'm doing a 2-hour show at Sidewalk Cafe, which sounds funny at just Sidewalk Cafe, but it kicks ass.
Yeah.
Well, Rick does. He's been doing it for years. Like he
Yeah.
does 2-hour-long shows at this little East Village Cafe, the Sidewalk Cafe.
Yeah, but it
it's
gets
supposed to be
crazy.
amazing. Yeah, it's nuts.
Wow.
It's never the same, right? It's always a different
Yeah,
show.
yeah. I got like Hitler listening to Tom Jones, changes his mind about the Holocaust. I got fist fucking to You Are My Destiny or The Wonder of You, whatever mood I'm in. And I got an incest kid hitchhiking at Dusty Springfield. You can tell I love promoting stuff because I'm stuttering like my father's like, what are you talking about? You have the garage first. You have to sweep the garage. Oh, you're performing tonight? Let me give you the look.
I'm trying to figure out why.
It's good to see you guys.
Good to see you, Rick.
Why would Hitler not follow through with his plan if he heard Tom Jones?
Yeah, what Tom Jones song
He
would
starts
have...
to feel shit. The Wonder of You I would play, or oh, come on, what's
It's
the name
Not
of that
Unusual?
song?
No.
No.
What's Up,
I woke
Pussycat?
up this morning without love.
Oh, okay.
And he starts walking around without love, and he starts going, come on, I'm Hitler, do this, I'm Hitler. And then after a while, he's like, bring me 600 Jews, and he's like, bring me 6,000 Jews, and then by the end, he starts to feel bad. The one of you goes, all right, bring me 6 Jews, make them stand in the snow naked, and by the end, he's like, all right, give me one Jew, make him stand by the fireplace with a sweater, and he's like, all right, give all the Jews in New York health club memberships, and he's like, give all the gays happy maitre d' jobs, and he's like, the Holocaust is over, and he goes, fuck you, and then Joey Ramone plays It's a Wonderful World, and he's driving, and he starts picking up other ex-Nazis, and they're all doing this while they're not the Wonder View, It's a Wonderful World, and he's driving. I just did the whole bit. I appreciate that.
God damn.
This song?
I don't want to monopolize.
This song?
No.
Yeah, that's it. I love that
Yeah.
To live for today.
shit. Come on, get me more Jews on the train.
Yeah, Hitler might actually calm down from this.
Bring me some gypsies and faggots. Come on, more. I said more Jews. Put cockroaches in a cup with water and call it soup. No, more cockroaches, less water. No water, no cup. Just give them the cockroaches. Hitler, I'm Hitler. Do this. I'm Hitler. And then he starts looking around.
That happened to me.
Bring me 6,000 Jews. Make them stand in the snow naked. Then he starts looking around. Bring me 60,000 Jews. Make them carry rocks from here to there and back again. I'm Hitler. Do this.
And I look
All right,
at my life.
I'm Hitler, man. Come on.
It was bad.
All right, bring me. I'll do the short version. Bring me 60 Jews. Make them stand in the snow naked. Do experiments on them.
Nothing at all.
And he starts walking around all sad. Come on, man, do it, I'm Hitler, come on. All right, bring me 6 Jews. Make them stand in the snow naked. Make them eat snowflakes off each other's shoulders. Come on, man, I'm Hitler, do this. Inject pus into the senior citizens' legs. Come on. And then they turn around. And I would make it more like, bring me gays and Polacks. Put them all on the trains. Come on, I'm Hitler. Bring me 6 million. All right, bring me 1 Jew. Give him a sweater. Make him stand by the fireplace, but no pants. And he starts moving like Elvis, like all sad. Like,
Yeah.
And then he goes, all right, give the Jews 6 million health club memberships in Manhattan, and give the gays maitre d' jobs.
This song is powerful.
Yeah.
All right, the Holocaust is over. Fuck you, man. And then the Ramones plays, and he gets in, and he's driving. He carries a bag to the trunk. But I acted out more. And then he's driving, and he's like, and Ramon is playing fast, and he's smoking a joint, and he's looking around. He sees a guy going
Hitchhiking, sure.
Yeah, and he goes,
Calls him. You can't do it.
You can't do hand signals on the radio. Right?
oh, but that's very odd because most people know how to read radio today.
I've never seen a take like that put on the Holocaust.
Oh, that Tom Jones was able to Jew down Hitler.
Yeah,
6
and
million
really,
Jews
like,
to 1.
got him to feel. He got him to feel.
A lot of people on the instant feedback want to know what drug Rick is on today.
Why do they always assume that?
That's so narrow.
I'm just reading them there.
And they want to know why Hitler had a Mexican accent.
Yeah.
Well, everybody knows Hitler was an immigrant.
Oh, okay.
Hitler was sort of doing human landscaping.
I gotta watch more History Channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not drugs. It's living without drugs. It makes all this shit sit on your mind.
Yes.
The drugs calm you down.
The drug.
Keep you.
Yeah, they make you go like, who would think about something like that? But then when you're not with drugs, you hear Tom Jones and you're reading fucking Eli Wiesel at Barnes and Noble, and it all alchemizes.
It all comes together, right?
Right.
Yeah, like there was this. Can I just say this? Or do I have to
We don't know what it is yet.
Like there was this woman at Barnes and Noble. I don't go there anymore because they look like pigeon ghosts. You know,
Pigeon ghosts.
They look like earth tone ghosts. You don't know they're there unless you touch the wall and you hear someone go. And you.
Wow, and this is without drugs, huh?
Yeah,
Oh, it's awesome.
We need you in for Pot Talk Monday, but go ahead.
Well, if I can say this. Well, it's great to see you guys. Well, fun. So, and that's Tracy, my anchor over there. I'm settling down. I eat stripper meatloaf. That's the only time meatloaf.
Strip club meatloaf.
Stripper meatloaf, because it's better than meatloaf because that's housewifey. Like you're supposed to sit there going, "This is great meatloaf, honey. This is great," and that's not me.
Right.
But she used to be a stripper. I hope her dad's listening right now. she used to be a stripper, so it tastes like stripper meatloaf.
Right. So you get to have the meatloaf without the boring domestic
it tastes like
part of it.
dirty pussy meatloaf.
That's awesome.
No, but really dirty pussy meatloaf.
Does she rub her pussy on it? Or
Yeah. She marinates it. That's terrible that there's actually a truth in that. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
Dirty pussy meatloaf.
That's why I would never eat at strip clubs
Is it
that have like
is it-
buffets.
is it turkey?
Like, I wouldn't eat
Is
at a
it-
strip club buffet.
Yeah.
That's like disgusting. They have sometimes it's something as simple as like the 6-foot hero.
Right.
And like the construction workers are like, hey, some food. Hey, this is
Yeah.
great. And they pick up and start eating
Chicken
as they're
wings.
sitting there, and there's this like rank pussy
Yeah.
inches away from your sandwich.
Yeah.
I'm not into that.
It's like the wafts of chlorine and pussy over the salad bar.
Yeah, whenever a girl would walk on the bar, like she'd try to be sexy and strut
Right.
around, I would put my hand over the top of my bottle,
Yeah.
but try to make it look like I'm not.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like wiping off the top until you
No.
leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the top of your hand has just pussy grease.
Yeah,
on
just
it.
hair.
Splashed down like
It's
bird
like
shit.
Yeah, pussy hair and sparkles from their makeup.
Yes.
Little glitter.
Like your
Yeah.
grandmother kissed you in a hospice. In the back of your hand.
You've got some dead lady that left on
And
your
you
hand.
slap their ass while you're eating your sandwich.
Something falls
Isn't that
out.
the
Something
worst?
falls out.
Stripper ass slap.
Yeah, it's the dumbest move. It's like,
So
Yeah.
naughty she had to discipline herself.
yeah,
So insincere.
yeah, it doesn't get me.
So
It doesn't
insincere.
get you.
Then there's hot
If you,
food.
sometimes you want to go like, oh, sweetheart,
like
why are you
Swedish
doing that?
meatballs.
Yeah, they bring over the plates, and there's hot
with a Bunsen
food.
burner under
Yeah,
it.
they got the little burners underneath, and you open the lid up and have some like ziti.
No,
you
I
get
never
some
went to the
ziti.
higher class one.
Higher class.
I just went to the seventh veil with 4 depressed chicks who answers were always like, no, no.
The whole buffet, it's 4 corn chips and a miscarriage.
Dip them in.
4 grudges and you dip.
Well, me and Hope grew up on Long Island. So we know about like the day strip clubs. You go in, and it's usually the working guys, and they open up at noon, and you're in there at 12:01 to a collection of the worst strippers because they're only good for the day stripper gigs, you know? So they got the C-section scars, and a few of them had bullet wounds, and they're just not like kept. They're not the night strippers.
And the pock marks.
Yeah, like wrinkles.
I could be very good to you. I could be better than the rest of them. You don't understand.
But she's wearing a schoolgirl outfit.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
65.
Wow, you sure
I'm
fooled
only
me.
19.
Yeah.
They got those flapjack tits. They're like fucking fried eggs. You don't want to see that.
Do you want to be my daddy?
yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to send you through a time
I
machine.
could.
I'm sitting there thinking, why did I
Twice my
pay
age.
$10 for this beer?
That's like that joke you used to have where you go like, first I'm going to play with your ball.
Oh yeah, when you call phone sex and the girl, the gravelly voice thinking it's suck your cock. You
Yeah.
like that? No, I wouldn't like it.
No,
Get
not
off
with your
my
voice.
phone.
Except Jimmy would like, say it again.
Yeah, I like phone sex if it was done right. I remember
I mean with the old ladies.
I said, no, I don't care for the older ladies at all. No, I think women should be euthanized after 45. One stretch mark on the tit and fucking the government shows up with a hanky and some mercy spewed into it.
Homeland Defense.
It's like Logan's Run with the tit.
Logan.
No, I've called
Instead of the glowing thing on the palm of the hand, you see a stretch mark.
the most awkward thing is when you call phone sex and they start straying into an area. You're trying to be in a moment, like you're faking that you're together in a room or something, and then they stray into something you don't like, and you try to protest without breaking the mood, but at some point you have to. It's like, oh yeah, suck my dick, and she's like, I'm gonna stick my finger in your ass, and I'm like, yeah, no, don't don't do that. Yeah, and then she thinks it's like a game. Yes, I am, you little faggot. I'm gonna stick my finger. No, okay, listen, I don't like that.
Yeah,
listen, I don't. Oh, and then she goes, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, it's not okay. That's okay. Okay, anyway, so I'm gonna fuck you in the face, and you have to try to get back in.
Get back into the mood.
like,
Yeah.
I wonder if she's ever like kept going with that. No, I am doing it. And then she just goes click. Like you're just so annoyed. I hung up. Fuck you.
I used to be like a wimp where I would let her go, not be into it, and not have a heart on the whole call. And just hang
Okay,
up.
finger my asshole, sure.
Yeah.
When I was about 20 years old, I sent away. I paid money in advance for phone sex.
Oh, I
It was
did that
way
when I was
before
a
credit
younger
card or anything.
fella.
So I sent a check into California, and I got the confirmation and the code number. In
How long did that take?
A week or so.
Holy shit! Were you just jerking off thinking about it?
Dude, you had unlimited phone sex for X amount of time. So I got home, and the first time I was calling to live with my parents was like, it was like probably 8 o'clock in the morning. And I was calling California, and there was a black girl who answered, and she was so annoyed. And I'm like, she's like, you want phone sex now? I'm like, yeah. She's like, it's 5 o'clock in the morning.
That's your first time.
Fuck you, my check cleared.
Believe me. I said, well, this is my code number. Yeah, I wanted phone sex. And it was really uninspired phone sex.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Can we go backwards a little bit?
Oh, what
Pigeon
happened?
Ghost. I don't know if you finished that up. I'm stuck at Pigeon Ghost from Barnes and Noble.
They walk like ghosts through there. You ever go in that place?
But where's the pigeon part? What's the
The pigeon part is they're not reading incredible books. They're reading like Caprice Crane. I'm going to say it. These stupid romance novels or whatever.
Believe me, you're not insulting anybody on this network.
Reading.
Caprice Crane.
No, they're reading these orange.
By Jove, she's my favorite.
They're reading these orange tangerine books, and they have no passion, and they're bloated from like. Here's an example. But they're walking around like just numb, and you can't see them because their coats are earth tone like the wall.
Right, that I get.
So
but
they
why,
got, like,
why are they
camouflage,
pigeons?
Because there's nothing coming out, and they just go like here's an example. This will size it up because it has to be sized up. This will be sized up. A woman in her Attila the Hun leather coat, a big Jew at Barnes and Noble, big fat Jewish Upper West Side woman. And I'm reading Elie Wiesel's Night, about the Holocaust. And she's got this long green earth tone leather coat with a fur lining and an Attila the Hun hat with a point and a fur lining. And I'm waiting to get a coffee, and she goes, "There's a crack in my cookie." And she goes,
She's complaining to the people at Barnes and Noble.
Yeah, it was a black and white cookie, and the crack looked like a hair breadth. It was like it wasn't even a crack. It was like, so what? It's a
hairline fracture on her
guys
cookie.
beating up their fathers for a piece of bread.
Right.
That was a true story. And then I'm standing behind her saying, "There's a crack." The woman goes, "I don't see a crack." She goes, "There's a crack with her Attila the Hun."
Yeah.
So the best you're ever gonna get out of her is, like a puff of air.
Thus the pigeon.
People are suggesting that you eat pigeons for dinner.
Plus, I'm a surrealist.
Yeah.
Why were they beating each other up for bread?
Because they're Jews. Because they're fucking Jews. They were cheap. There was loads of bread around.
Yeah, he went old school. He went way back.
Yeah, he was going back.
I thought he was going back in
the awful days of the Holocaust.
The,
of course.
The Nazis would put fathers and sons together
and say, beat up your dad and I'll give you some bread.
Yeah, you guys fight for it. They make the fathers and sons. Yeah.
Really?
They would have awful like trustees and stuff that were the Jewish police officers that were under the Nazi.
It's like if you guys,
supervision,
if you
and they
guys
would
were
beat the hell out of people that they were neighbors with and friends with,
like,
just to get.
It's like the kind of shit you guys would do at the virus shows if they were like a concentration camp thing.
Exactly.
Come up with these weird,
right?
Like the Nazis would pitch. They have pitch meetings. How about if we got the brother and father to beat the shit out of you?
Them
you know that's okay. Didn't we do that last year?
It does sound like our tour meeting.
Yeah, our tour meetings sound exactly like that.
All
We'll
right,
get
Louis.
Stalker Patty and bring her on the stage.
And we will sew her to her sister and then fuck them both.
Well, we actually dumped
Wait,
blood on her.
I got one. I got one.
I know,
Yeah,
I got one.
Yeah, go ahead, Rick.
An 8-year-old girl is given to a giant fat Nazi as a birthday gift, and he screws her every day for years.
Jesus.
That's a true story.
that
too.
true?
That's such a long payoff for that.
All right, by the way, if the Drudge Report is listening today, he's completely out of his mind.
What's the
Rick is
Drudge-
out of his
Yes.
mind.
Well, he's describing the Holocaust.
I know, but it's just like,
you know what it's like
who
for
the
her
fuck
to
knows these
Describing
days?
the
They
Holocaust,
take
for God's
15
sake.
lousy seconds from our show and try to destroy our careers.
Ah,
I
fuck
know.
Bree Bart, that fucking douche, and fuck the Drudge Report.
There you go. Thank you, Jimmy, for
Exactly.
saying it.
That's great.
What are we
Fuck 'em
breaking new ground here, saying that horrible things happened during the Holocaust?
I know, right? Exactly. Exactly.
I think people know.
Rick, I'm with you, trust me, but there's a bunch of dummies that interpret what we do a little differently. That's all I'm
What's the
getting.
Drudge Report? I thought it was just about you can't curse, not talk about.
No, believe me, anything
There's a
like
lot more
like
now,
if
huh?
you took the clip that you just said out of context, so it's just like some fat guy took an 8-year-old girl and had sex with her. They would put that clip up
And
out
say
of
that everybody's
context,
saying that's a good idea.
and was and Opie and Anthony were laughing at the fact that people were talking about pedophilia instead of
right.
taking it in the whole context of the conversation, the horrors of the Holocaust.
From a surrealist.
And yeah, I mean, it's one of
And
those.
also, they take it from a place where it's a subscription thing that you actually have a hard time finding, even
Right,
if you
right.
want it,
Exactly.
and give it out to lots of people for them to be offended by. Whereas they never would have heard of it.
Right, they
That's
never
why
would have heard
there's
of it
a climate
anyway.
again. It's like I never use that word again, but there's
It
a
is a climate.
You got to start
Fucking-
using the word climate again.
Yeah. Better start
I'm
using
gonna have
climate.
to. I'm gonna have to in that voice. Listen, everything I said was wrong. I want you to know.
I like how you sound like George Carlin a little bit with the voice.
That's funny.
You go into a little George
I was
Carlin.
going for Strom Thurmond. It's pretty obvious.
It was obvious.
Hey, you want to do bong hits for Jesus?
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, what the hell was this?
Well, you know.
There seemed to be a problem with some kid was wearing a shirt at
Why don't we ask
school.
Rick? What do you think bong hits for Jesus is all about?
I missed that on the internet because I was fucking last night.
All right.
We had sex, and then I talked about Eli Wiesel, and she goes, "I don't need to hear this."
As long as you didn't use it as fodder to get your dick hard.
Right. I don't think there's probably no sexy stories in there.
Eli was an Oprah book club book, you know.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, what's the name of the book?
She loves the Jews'
Yeah.
Holocaust.
I don't really think she needed to push
Night.
that one, to
No.
tell you the truth. I think it was
the
going to
book-
sell anyway.
Yeah, right. The book was Night, right?
Eli's,
Yeah.
Yep. That's the only reason I know that.
Eli's writings
awesome.
kind of sell, you
Is it a
know?
good book?
Oh, it's amazing.
I get that.
It's amazing.
What's it about?
And it's a quick read.
It's a page turner.
When you're reading, it's like Grindhouse or something. But when you're reading it, it's just fast
It
violence.
just
It's
keeps
just-
going. It's just
It's
coming
about
at you.
this guy who survived the Holocaust, Eli Wiesel, and then he absorbed things and studied how people were, and he couldn't get it off his head. He couldn't get it off his mind, so he had to speak out about every atrocity he saw.
He must really have a great insight on what people will do to survive
Yeah.
and like a whole social experiment that he got to watch and absorb all that and then kind of analyze it and write about it. Nobody can really be put in that position to see how human beings act in these horrific circumstances.
Right.
No, and then to have to just be part of American life after. You know what I mean?
And then it's
To
like,
go from
okay,
that
go to the
just-
store.
yeah.
And then like you were saying, like
Food
you
Emporium.
just
Like, he
read
goes
the
to
book.
Target and
You were
buys
reading the book.
flashlight.
Yeah.
You were reading the book and pissed off at the woman with the friggin' hat
Yeah.
on talking about the cracked thing.
The crack in her cookie.
Imagine him standing there going, do you understand what I fucking went through?
Yeah.
And you're bitching about
Yes.
your cracked cup, you fucking cunt.
Yes.
Like that was every moment of his life must just be annoying.
Yeah.
to deal with humans and their fucking petty bullshit.
Or imagine if she reversed that logic while he's talking about the Holocaust and said, "Do you understand what I'm dealing with?" and pointed at her cookie.
My cookie is cracked.
I have a cracked black and white cookie.
Listen, you old Jew, I don't care what happened to you when you were in camp. I have a crack in my cookie.
I got a cracked cookie here. I'm dealing with.
Just,
cookie.
how do people that have been through that shit deal with everyday life in this country or on this planet? It just is astounding.
Yeah, because they have nightmares all the time.
Yeah.
They shake, they sweat. I know, because I wasn't there.
But you read about it.
So now you know.
Well, I used to work at the turnstiles.
Which one?
At the concentration camps. I was a guy with a mouse ears waving.
To help the kids come through.
Free, no food. I did a bit.
And the book came out a long time ago. I'm getting word here. A lot of people read it in grade school.
That's
It's called
great.
Night.
I didn't know. It's called Night. Yeah, it's supposed to be.
It just
kind of
came back out then or something.
Yeah, maybe they
it's on the
issued it
shelves
or something.
Yeah,
it's on the shelves like it's a new read.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I don't want to bore you more with it, so I'll you tell me this shit.
No, this shit's interesting to us.
There's a psychiatrist who was in the Holocaust, and he used to give therapy. He found out, and it's crazy. These people are dying, and he's convincing them to talk about what they're feeling. And he found out the kind of survival therapy, and he turned it into something you can go to now. To survive. He said, I saw how these men survived. I saw they needed to cry. I saw they needed to get mad, whatever. But he came up with this kind of Viktor Frankl.
And he uses
I wonder if people, though, cheapen it by going because, I had an awful summer.
Yeah.
And I want to go, and I want to... I'm the guy who developed it through that.
I tried reading it, and I still can't get rid of my stutter.
Bill's yelling at me from Philly. Yeah, Eli, what's his last name? Wiesel? Okay. Doesn't need any help from Oprah. He won the fucking Nobel Peace Prize in 1986 for that book.
Yes, he did.
That's good shit.
All right.
No, I remember reading about what's the guy who does those cartoons, Mouse?
Joe Franklin?
Klaus something.
The guy, it's a cartoon, it's a comic strip about the Holocaust, but played out with cats and mice.
Charles Schultz.
Jesus. Charles Schultz, yeah.
Charles.
But he said...
Snoopy was a Jew.
That's right. But he said there's support groups for children of Holocaust survivors because they're the worst parents in the world. Because you say something you say something like I have a bad day, I'm depressed, Mom. I had Hitler gassing my father. Okay.
Yeah, there's really no way you can.
No, you come home late from your home past curfew. I have to put up with this after I was in a pile of bodies with a steam shovel.
Yeah, they even call it third generation. Like my grandmother would tell me, I lost 5 sisters. We jumped on a train.
Yeah.
I lost 5 sisters. My mother would say, your grandmother lost 5 sisters. So
yeah, so you
I would
can't
stutter
do anything.
to take the
really
edge off.
say anything, right? Yeah.
Man. So do you read about the Holocaust a lot, or is this just one?
I was
you look like
for
a reader.
a while.
You're a reader, aren't you?
You
like books?
Not since I found pussy to Lucky Louie.
But before that,
Is that why we're here? Is it a surprise? They bring it back? Everyone gets quiet.
sadness in the room. Well,
it's hard to keep on the Holocaust conversation and keep it upbeat
I
and
know, but we're
light.
doing it. That's this country doesn't understand. It's called
light.
being awake.
Yeah.
Why do you have to have fajita?
Well, this is what like you're saying that people might get. The thing that pisses me off is that this book will be discussed on NPR, but it'll be done in voices like
Right.
We are now sweet. It is very stories that are horrific. Yes. But we're actually cracking it open and digging more deeper into what it is.
I want to read that book though. I want to read
and the whole because that's amazing. That whole mindset where you can actually look into the horrors like that and then bring it back and write about it. There was actually a big controversy about the experiments they did on people, whether some of them should, or the writings of them should be used to kind of help people today.
Yeah,
and I remember
if they found anything.
Yeah,
but they weren't trying to help anybody. They were just saying,
but even in all that
Clorox into a woman's vagina, and
all that horrible stuff. Do you think though that
guess what?
But don't you think like those are
Got rid of her asthma.
those are the over the top ones?
So the experiments at
Don't
work.
you think maybe there was one or two
I don't
German doctors that were kind of like, let me see if I could do this.
See if I can make a bone
And
heal
it kind
faster.
of, something.
Right.
Obviously, it
Yeah.
took breaking the bone first, and
Yeah.
then being in
Laughing
complete
at the guy
pain and
for a
laughing
while.
and prodding, and,
And
but
then trying to fucking get his arm to fuse to his skull.
But there were people that wanted to read through all
Right.
of that to see if any
anything
good
useful.
could come out of it and
Yeah.
useful. And people were saying, no, don't even use that
Yeah,
at
no,
all,
I don't
whether
agree
it's
with
good
that.
or bad or anything. You agree with that? None of that
No, you should
information
use it. You should
Yeah,
use it,
I
yeah.
think
Yeah,
you
it
should.
should be.
It doesn't
I think it
change
should
the
be
fact. It
Yeah.
doesn't change what happened.
Yeah.
Well,
In
well,
Germany,
it's happening now. A girl just lost her feet on the roller coaster.
Well, we saw that
We've
she
been having
lost
fun
her
with that
feet.
story, Rick.
Should that be used now as a way to see how feet can be cut off
Or
at
to-
250 feet high
Or
and
to
then
sell sneakers.
sewn back on?
the fun way to fix your feet or ruin your feet.
I was thinking it would be odd if the cable slicing through her feet didn't do it enough damage. Like they could have attached her feet, but her feet falling 250 feet and hitting the ground
Hitting some guy in the
like
head.
broke all the bones in her feet. So it's like, oh, this doesn't hurt, and they sew them back on, and she's like, ow, I got 2 broken feet.
How could we go worse than the Holocaust? That's funny,
A kid
man.
with 2 feet that fell off.